What's up guys, Romsicle here, and this is the new Epomaker NT68, the world's first portable keyboard with a stand. So let's go over the stand first. So the cover is just like all those iPad smart covers with magnets everywhere. The way this cover works is that it is removable and there are 4 magnets on the corners here, and the indents are used to help align the keyboard. But there are also 4 magnets on the keyboard to match the case, and the result is a very seamless design when put together. And when the stand is being used, your device is at a 45-degree angle, so it's a very comfortable viewing angle. Now taking a look at the keyboard itself, it's a 65% low profile case so you can see the top of the switches. You can also see that the aluminum top plate surrounds the entire keyboard while having a plastic base underneath with some simple feet. And on the left side we have our USB-C port, LED indicator, and on switch. And although the port is on the left, they don't provide a right angle cable, which is super weird and makes cable management really awkward. But they do provide you with a felt bag with some high quality short cables and extra keycaps for Mac OS. And moving back to the top, we have the keycaps that are made out of PBT with an XDA profile. So the top surface is a little larger and all the keycaps have the same height, which is necessary if you want to properly put the cover over the keyboard. You can also see a bunch of secondary features because this keyboard is fully compatible with Windows and Mac OS. With the left function key, you can control all the secondary functions, while the right function key deals with F1 to F12. And the layout's kinda interesting how they put 4 modifier keys on the left side instead of keeping the standard 6 keys on the right, but I guess it'll be something to consider when buying this keyboard. And underneath their keycaps are Epomaker's own chocolate switches. These are the red switches, but they also come in 4 other flavors as well as a bunch of Gateron switches too. So the chocolate switches have a mild pink transparent housing and 5 pins. So it is compatible with plateless builds if you plan on reusing these switches. And when we open up the switch, you can see that it's not the same as other switches, because the rails are on the top housing instead of on the bottom. And yes, these switches are factory lubed, but they're still scratchy as hell, and the spacebar stabs are also lubed, but of course the spacebar still rattles a bit, and you can hear it yourself in the sound test. But to sum up the switches, these are the actuation forces and the type of switch they are, and with the rose and brown switches, they have a 0 pre-travel tactile bump, which is pretty interesting. So they will feel more tactile than your typical pre-travel tactile switch, and with the rose stem, it doesn't go all the way down, so the bottom out sound is much harsher, giving more of a clack noise and is quite similar to the Holy Pandas. Moving on, this keyboard also has the awesome feature of being hot swappable. It has 5-pin support, so any mechanical switch will fit with this board, so you are not stuck with just Gateron or chocolate switches because you have the flexibility to use any switch on the market with this board. As for the RGB lighting, it looks surprisingly good thanks to the shiny plate and the white keycaps. But the onboard controls are pretty limited. You can choose between 6 reactive effects and 5 RGB effects, but you can't change the colors. You can control the speed and the brightness and turn the LEDs off as well, but if you want more control of this keyboard, you'll have to download the GK software to get into the heart of the keyboard. You can remap keys, make custom lighting profiles, and create macros to suit your personal preference. As for connectivity, this keyboard does have Bluetooth and can connect up to 3 devices at once. And the way you pair it is to hold function and either of these 3 keys until it flashes RGB, then you can pair it. And then you can easily switch between devices with a short press, and the change between devices takes about 3 seconds, so it's not the fastest, but it's definitely great for easy accessibility. There's also a low profile version of this keyboard available, so if you're someone who prefers low profile switches and keycaps, then there's an option for you too. I actually prefer the aesthetics of the low profile version because it has backlit keycaps, and I think the color just looks a little cleaner compared to the gray and white color schemes of the regular sized keyboard. It's on Kickstarter right now, and these are your options, with the super early bird price starting at $89, and it will slowly go up in price as it gets closer to the retail launch. Overall, I think this keyboard is pretty decent, but feature-wise, it's just another 65% keyboard with Bluetooth and RGB, which is really common. But the thing that makes this keyboard different is the magnetic cover with the built-in stand. It's a protective case during transport, and the fact that it doubles down as a stand for your touchscreen devices is pretty damn sweet for people working on the go. But this is definitely a great choice for anyone who travels a lot and is looking for a small form factor mech that is fully compatible with Mac and Windows. But you know what else is a really good choice? The sponsor of our video, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creators to build new skills and deepen their passions. Like graphic design? Try some of Daniel Scott's classes. Interested in shooting video? Check out Christopher and see how you can film on a budget. And if you want to learn guitar, Henry Olsen's masterclass can definitely help you out. I'm currently watching Marquez's video on YouTube success and how to script, shoot, and edit. And although I know a lot of the basics, it's always good to see how other people do it and how their method gets them success. And it's always important to be open-minded to get good growth, and consistency is definitely the way to get to a great result. Since Skillshare is made for learning, there's constantly new premium classes being launched and there are no ads, so your learning is never interrupted. And the first 1,000 people to use the link down below will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare Premium. But that's been it. If you're interested in the NT68, the link to the Kickstarter will be in the description down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.